Guess this would be week 4 in the garden here. Anyways, I'll show you what we got going on. Anyways, our tomato patch is doing pretty good. Dill's come up quite a bit. Looks like the basil sprung back pretty good. Eggplants kind of shot up this week. Yeah, everything seemed to bounce back from that colder weather that we had. We even got the sweet peas kind of bouncing back, and then in the back here we've got our butternut squash, so that's doing pretty well. Yeah, some more eggplants and dill, some more dill coming through. Yeah, that tomato plant's looking really good. Going on to this one here. Haven't seen it. I guess we got it looks like a carrot sprouting up there, but got the start of our cucumbers coming through. And then the onion patch, we planted some, I guess some wild onions. I call them walking onions because they got a bulb at the end that I think it's supposed to go back into the ground, who knows, but not too much on this side as far as the beans go. But on that side there, we've got a couple sprouts shooting through, so hopefully we'll have some bean action. On the back side here of this last one, cucumbers are starting to shoot through, so I'm looking forward to those things starting to vine up. It's kind of a cool process to watch them start. Pepper plants seem to have bounced back pretty good. That tomato plant, we've actually got some little maters starting to form on that one there, so pretty excited. That was her weird tomato orange zinger, so we'll see how those taste. Not too much change in these little pepper plants. I don't know, I mean, these were growing from seed, so I don't know. I think next year we'll just buy our pepper plants in the store. But the basil seems to be bouncing back. Even that one that was looking kind of scraggly last week is coming back to life. Yeah, this pepper plant, leaves look a little rough, but it's been kind of windy here the last couple days. And that one there looks like we got the start of some pepper buds coming on. Yeah, this pepper plant's doing pretty good. And our basil there is bouncing back. And then our planted dill looks like it's doing all right. We got a mystery plant coming up here next to the pepper here, so we'll see what that comes up. And our marigolds are starting to shoot through, so that's a good sign. Yeah, we still got the weird, I think it's a melon plant in our sweet potato patch. He hasn't planted our sweet potatoes yet because he's waiting for them to sprout up, but I think that'll be happening here pretty soon. The actual potato tower is actually doing pretty good. Sprouting quite a bit of greenery found in here, so we're doing some research to see when we need to start burying these things, or at least adding some more dirt. I want to do it right this year. We kind of screwed up last year and prematurely killed them off. I ended up planting some asparagus seeds in here. I'd like to start, I mean, they say it takes like 2 to 3 years before you can actually start eating them, but we tried growing them by the fence one year and it just never really happened. They sprouted up but never took, so maybe if we combine them to a pot, they'd do a lot better. This tower is actually doing pretty good. Radishes, looking pretty decent. I don't see much change from last time. I mean, a lot more green. Got some sprouting up here. Broccoli, we've got sprouts going on. So, I mean, looking forward to it. I've never grown broccoli before, so it's a first. Same with the cauliflowers, actually looking pretty decent too, which is kind of surprising. So hopefully this wind isn't affecting too much of the sound quality. Thyme, it looks like we got a bud started there, so this is my first year. Oh, actually, yeah, we got some green showing in there too. First year I'm trying herbs. I've never did herbs before, so yeah, we got sprouts in all 3 pots. Our cilantro that we planted last week didn't do so well, but we got some of the seeds that I planted earlier sprouting through, so hopefully we'll have some cilantro. I always like having that. That's good to mix with salsas and all kinds of recipes. It looks like the rosemary just ain't cutting the mustard. And I'm gonna try to maybe pick up some more seeds and give it another go. It's still early in the season. And then the dill in this pot is actually doing pretty good. Starting out, this one here is a lot better, but it's a learning experience as we go here. I'm not a gardener, so I mean, and the ginger root, hell, I don't have high expectations. We'll let that go and see. Now the kohlrabi's kind of sprouted up quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to that. I used to eat them quite a bit when I lived in Minnesota and Wisconsin. In fact, the last time we were up in Wisconsin, I visited my parents last June. Went to a little farmer's market. They were huge, so it'd be great to have something nice like that. Cabbage is looking pretty good in that. We might have to transplant over to some of these other pots just to have some room. And then the red cabbage, looks like we're going to have to transplant a couple seedlings from this one to the other pots here, but we got a couple sprouts coming up here. None in that. Well, there's a little one coming up, so we'll see. The rutabaga isn't doing the greatest. We've got a sprout. Actually, this one pot here is actually doing pretty good, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. That's the first time I'm growing that this year, too. The lettuce looks like it's looking pretty good. And we did lettuce last year, and it seemed to always do good here in Oklahoma. Spinach is sprouting up pretty crazy. And then we've got dill up on top here, so planted a lot of dill this year. We ran out of dill trying to do pickles last year. We'll go over to some potted plants that we got going on here. We picked up some mix. I think it was a week and a half ago and got that planted finally. It's not looking the greatest, but it's doing alright. We picked up I think it's another tomato plant. I don't know why we got so many tomatoes, but never can have too many, I guess. I gotta water that one, by the way. And this one here, I think it's some kind of weird lettuce that she picked up. She's got some watermelon. My granddaughter planted those when she was up last weekend. These are some wild flowers that she picked up, so they seem to bounce back, but that wind is really killing them. The strawberries are looking actually pretty decent. We've got them in the shade here, so they look like they were getting pretty toasted out there. We've already picked quite a few berries off of them. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching.